Okay, hello. This is Bryant Chin. This is for my final project, Phase 3 for 335. This is Maki. So what is Maki? The purpose of this app is to be the app version of the current website my friend is creating. The idea behind this is that to have all restaurants be able to load up their menus onto this app, allowing customers to look at this menu from their phones and being able to order and pay while waiting outside in line. The second function of this app is to be able to have users have lists of restaurants that they like or dislike, things like that, or find interesting, whatever it is. The list of restaurants will have the name, location, and a review that the user leave behind. It can be a good review or a bad review, whatever they want. And here is a look at the actual website. So this is the home page of the website. So what is Maki? Make his catalog, blah, blah, blah. Own a restaurant. This is how you can contact us and get with the business. Now, if you click into View Restaurant List, I have it opened up in tabs because it takes quite a while for it to load right now. The bad internet. But if you click into it, you'll see all restaurants. All restaurants, test restaurant 1, test restaurant 2. So here you see the address, picture, and the hours and times, days and times for the restaurants. And then once you click into here, same thing, it takes a while, you'll be led to here, which is the menu. So this could be hamburger, french fries, things like that. Price, name, description, and there should also be a picture. So moving on. So functions. So it would have Yelp-like functions. It gives the top popular restaurants near you. GPS allows the app to find its current location and specific locations near it using a technique called location awareness. There would be a camera where the user can take pictures of the food or the restaurants and post it onto the restaurant's website menu. The top liked pictures from users will be posted as restaurant's food picture on the menu. There's a QR code, which hasn't been implemented yet, but hopefully will soon later on next year. Restaurants scan QR codes to get customers' orders. Manager can set up a QR code to send their menus out into our app. And we'll be using core data, which is used to hold accounts of people who have joined the app and the restaurants that the user has favorited. So this is a quick UI walkthrough of the prototype that I first made, and here is our home page. So there's a home page button. This is Maki. All restaurants right here. View all restaurants right here, and there's a swiping function. So descriptions, name, what is Maki, own a restaurant? Right here, descriptions, own a restaurant. Same thing as the website's homepage. So now we have a quick rundown of the MVC diagram. So first we have the view, which is in charge of displaying things to the user. So for example, it would display a list of restaurants, menu, categories, hours, etc., things like that. Address. So it also shows a map of restaurants in a standard format and showcases app login and registration. Next we have controller, which retrieves meaningful data, for example, menu item, all restaurants, open near restaurants, and etc. It handles important data by sending and retrieving data to and from Firebase. Model uses Firebase storage for restaurant item pictures, and description. Provides real-time updates, deleted, and saves through Firebase database. Translate Firebase data into Swift object-related data. So here is a rundown of the MVC diagram. So we have the controller, which you can see retrieves all restaurants, fetches nearby restaurants, calls restaurant location, retrieves current location, fetches meaningful data, handles saving favorite restaurant list with core data, handles saving favorite restaurant photos with core data, handles saving restaurant review with core data. Then we look at the view. It reacts to user touch interaction displays favorite list of restaurants, and displays restaurant picture, displays restaurant review and description, displays restaurant map location, displays collection picker view, showcase app logo, show map of restaurant in standard format. Now we have the model, which we use core data. Core data storage for favorite restaurant, core data storage for favorite restaurant picture, core data storage for favorite restaurant description review, picture storage manipulation, and functional for data conversion. Now we have user action, which you can see up here, which helps with taps control button, view navigation controls, view edit table view cells, view and pick picker view choices, view edit list cell, swipes and interactions with segment and controls. And for notify, we have favorite restaurant update, favorite restaurant delete, favorite restaurant add, location info has changed, and data conversion has changed. Now we have user update, which updates favorite restaurant list table view, updates current table view, display restaurant request after call, displays restaurant name, photo, review description, and updates edited restaurant location. For update, it saves new restaurant photo, saves new restaurant location, and saves new restaurant review description. Okay, so next we have the class diagram. So as you can see here, here's a quick look at the class diagram. We have the view controller, the user, the restaurant, new account view controller, interaction with the restaurant view controller, map view controller, selected view controller, and account view controller. So the capabilities and limitations. Oh, you know what? Here is a quick look at what the app actually looks like. So here is the home page. We have the title, we have the about, and we have the if you're interested in business. So we can view the restaurants. So here are the restaurant review list, or favorite list, whatever the user wants to name it. So as you can see, we can click it here, and bam. Here's the name, here's a picture of whatever you want, and here's the location, and this is the description that I gave it. Wa fa wee. Yes, that is correct. And we're done. Now we go to, let's add one. Let's do El Pasanos, and they have very big burritos for such a low price. Wow. Okay, now we take a picture. Sorry, it takes a while. Okay, and here it comes. We pick a picture. Picture. Yeah, very slow. Oh, I just didn't click it. That's why. Oh, maybe I did click it. Okay, looks like I did click it. But yeah, it's very slow. Okay, you know what? We will move on and wait for this to load. And where was I? We can go here. So capabilities and limitations. So the capabilities of this app has a camera and photo library functionality. It uses core data to store the restaurant's name, the list, the location, the pictures, and the descriptions. This app is based off of as if the user has already logged in, so there's no user and password for the app currently. But once you've logged in, this is what you'll see. Core data only supports lists of restaurants that were favorited or reviewed, and the QR code for the camera scan has been set up, but the code to scan the actual QR code has not been set up. So we are currently working on that right now. But like I said before, I don't know, maybe next year or in a couple months. But yeah, QR code is up, code is not up. Let's see next. So lessons learned. So some of the lessons I've learned is always to plan and prepare because, for example, when I first started this project and I realized how big I made it, it seemed almost kind of impossible. Or at first it seemed possible, but when I actually sat down and started, it no longer seemed possible. So yeah, I had to really sit down and think because there's a time limit, there's like limited resources, things like that, and just, time. And yeah, of course, make sure not to procrastinate because with all these big, ambitious ideas, if you procrastinate, it's even a lesser chance to get it all together. And just no procrastination in general. Oh yeah, and always ask questions if you need help. This was a big lesson that I learned because I would never really ask for help. I would always try to do the labs by myself or the work on the project by myself. And I would always get stuck. And, just Google things, Stack Overload. But eventually I would hit a wall and Stack Overflow, Google doesn't help me anymore. And I would get really frustrated and I just, would quit and try again the next day. But I would be wasting a lot of time because I would just hit the same wall over and over and over again. And so I learned that I needed to become aware that I've hit this wall and that I need outside help. And so that's where going to the TA or going to you, the professor, was very helpful. You guys were awesome. You guys explained everything to me, and it was great. Right, learn to plan realistically in order to complete the goals that are set, like I said before. And I learned the enjoyment of coding because I realized that I liked to code with Swift because there's a main storyboard and you can see how things work. You can make things, you can build things, and just with one run you can clearly see what you make. And I think it's also a lot easier to plan out things when I'm using the main storyboard because I can set up the label, I can set up the image, I can set up the text file, or whatever. I can have it set up in my mind, and with that being set up already, I find it as a huge advantage, and it makes the coding puzzle a little bit easier but fun at the same time. And so and I really just like using Swift in general. So learned that I really enjoyed this class. So I wasn't too sure if this was suggestions to improve the class or suggestions to improve my class final app. So I did a mix of both. So first of all, my thoughts were, I thought this class was great. I learned a lot. I was hoping to have more demo videos because those were very, very helpful because for things like core data and JSON, when we first had the labs, I was very confused on what was going on. And like past labs, when I had, let me see, I think it was lab 2, the Segway labs, I didn't really understand it. Then I found that there's a video. Like, I found the video after looking through a bunch of lecture notes and presentations, and none of those really helped me because I didn't really understand what was going on in the lecture notes. But when I found the video, I instantly got it. As soon as I finished the video, I practically finished the lab, and I just thought that more demo videos would be great for the next semester of people because they were very helpful to me. My thoughts for the office hours were great. The tutors were extremely helpful. They worked very hard. We would be at the computer labs and they would just sit there and, really help us until we've accomplished until they have accomplished what we asked them. And they're great and they work very hard. Next would be, so now if you were talking about suggesting for improving my final app, this would be it. App could have implemented the user password with core data. Definitely could have done that to have separate, username ID and password ID to hold different list IDs. And then I could have added extra things like personal drawn icons and buttons, like the home page, and then have like maybe like a tab bar, have like the sushi, the like personal writing thing for like a review, things like that, just to make the app prettier, more what's the word? Aesthetically pleasing to look at. And yeah, that's about it. I thought this class was very fun. I learned a lot. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, let's see if... Oh, there we go. It's the El Pasanos that we added in earlier is now up with the picture. We click into it and boom. Here we go. Name, picture, location, and our review. And of course, there's a satellite and standard view for the map. I think that's everything. Yep. And yep. Oh, is that? Okay. Yep. Thank you so much.